to the shows with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on Chainlink. We've seen some interesting price action during the weekend and we've taken a dump down to 25.8k. We have one thing left to do in the Bitcoin price action and I'm gonna show you that in just a second. Let's look at the charts. So as I said to you, Bitcoin has done some nice price action movement, and I told you when we were at 30k approximately that we're in for a reversal, another retrace to the downside to grab some more liquidity in order to make our next moves. If we zoom out a bit and I go to the daily chart, and then I'm gonna zoom in for you and see where we are in terms of price action. We moved away from the 30k area, we've been touching the 25k area briefly and created somewhat of a market maker structure, and this is the market maker structure. It usually happens with a W bottom, first leg up, second leg up, and third leg up, always with a retrace in between. We form a double top formation and then price reverses in 3 steps, and I would say that we are somewhere in the last retrace before the last leg down. So if we zoom out a bit and see, we can clearly see structures similar to this market make structure, or according to the market make structure. We form a double top in the 30k area. As I said to you when I made those videos, 29,650 was the key area to break and close with a 1 hour candle below. We did that and moved away from there with the first leg down, first retrace. We're now for the second leg down, and we are in possibly our second retrace. And possible targets for this second retrace is the volume candles created above. First one, which isn't recovered, is at the 28k area. We could even go up to 28.8k before the last leg down. So the move could look something like this, and then we could go down to the 25k area, which I've spoken to you about as a local bottom before we form a double bottom formation. Something to keep in mind, we do have a big volume candle area to the downside at 23.5k approximately, and even down to 20k. So the next leg could be a fierce one. If we recover those candles, we could go to the 20k area, so keep that in mind before placing any longs. I usually tend to do that when we form a clear double bottom formation. So if we, let's say, go to 25.5k and have a short third leg down, I wait for a double bottom formation of some kind, because it's usually a pretty clear one, and then we move out of there. That's when I place my long, when a double bottom formation is confirmed of some kind with a 1 hour candle close above a high. So wait until that happens. Not financial advice. You do whatever you want to do. This is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. If we take a look at the news events for this week, I don't see much interesting going on in the next couple of days. However, Friday is going to be an interesting one because we have Jerome Powell speaking. I wonder what he's going to talk about. It could shock the market if he says something crazy, but I don't think he's going to say something crazy. He's going to speak about the inflation and the interest rates in general. So let's see what he says on Friday. Looking at the liquidation map, interesting to see. In the near term, we can see that we have a lot of liquidations to the upside, and the 28.8k area is looking interesting. We have a lot of liquidations in that area, and we have volume candles, so a lot of open orders which isn't filled at 28.8k. So we could have the last reaches up to this area. A lot of people will go along and thinking that, wow, we're gonna move to 30k, and then he's gonna liquidate all the longs in the 25k, 24k area. Interesting. Not financial advice, but let's look So this is Chainlink on the weekly time frame. Just to illustrate how interesting the price action is for Chainlink, we're in a clear accumulation zone. From $6 to $8.5, we've been staying in this a whole year and even more than a year, counting from now. We could stay here for 1.5 years in this zone, accumulating before a fierce move to the upside possibly. Not financial advice, but that's what we're looking at this channel at least, because it is an interesting project. And I'm currently covering the day trading strategy you could use for Chainlink, which is to build your longs around the $6 area, starting from $6.5 all the way down to $6, have a stop loss at $5, and ride out up to $8.5. That's where you take profits and you go short, because that's been the case for a year now. You could have gone short around the $8.5 area and taken profits around the $6 area, and vice versa. If we zoom in a bit, we could see that Chainlink has created a lot of volume candles to the upside up until the $8.5 area. So a lot of open orders which hasn't been filled by the market maker to the upside. Not a lot of them to the downside, at least. The closest to the downside is at $5, and I don't think we're gonna get there if Bitcoin isn't going below 20k again. Interesting. You could start building your longs. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm looking at least. Interesting price action, and we'll see what happens during next week. That's it for today's day trading update. I hope you learned something today and that you like and subscribe. Remember that it's free to subscribe to our channel, free of charge, as I said. See you in the next day trading update. Big Boss out.